As I'm doing this particular video, and I'm not going to be here long, it's interesting. It's really laughable, but I don't laugh at reality. I don't laugh at real life issues that affect myself, my family, and even you and your family, that affect our world in a negative sense. It's not laughable at all. I want you to think. I posed this question to you before as it relates to the vaccines. And the question was simply this: what's in the vaccine? It has been said, and it is indeed a fact, that any vaccines throughout our history of vaccinations, to even find something that's potentially a winner, if you will, may be effective, spend 5 to 7, maybe 10 years of developing the vaccine in the past 100 years. How is it that you all of a sudden have this miraculous formula in the form of a vaccine in less than a year? COVID 19 just became a reality around March of this year, 2020. And now you have a vaccine as we close out this year. Pfizer, or Cola, I think I said that right. Several other companies rolling out these vaccines. And they're supposedly emboldening people, let's take the vaccine. I'll be the first one to take the vaccine. Guinea pigs. Can we say that? Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. Would you be willing to take a vaccine? To be one of the first? As if you're doing your duty? Duty to whom? Do you know what's in your body through that injection? There's a young lady. They showed her on the news. It's a black nurse. She's a foreigner. You can tell by her accent. She was one of the first nurses. I believe where's she at? She's in New York. Sandra Lindsay. I witnessed that video. She had a mask on. I worked in nursing now. I've been in the military now. I've been in the world now. I know body language. Mask or no mask. This woman's laying there with the mask as she's about to get the injection, and she's looking straight ahead. She's panicked. Now, of course, she can do a post-vaccine interview because it's over. She was not comfortable taking that vaccination. I believe that she felt compelled to take it because of the people who were putting pressure around her from the industry that she worked in. So, that's one case. What about the nurse in Tennessee that fainted after taking the vaccine? And she comes back with some excuse after she's interviewed that she has some sort of condition that she faints pretty regular. My question then is, if you faint pretty regular, why are you being the example of another nurse taking the vaccine? We don't want to see you fainting, because that's going to lessen our confidence in the vaccination again, perhaps. And then here comes President-elect Joe Biden supposedly taking the vaccine, followed by Dr. Tony Fauci supposedly taking the vaccine. Let me ask you a question. Now, I could really laugh on this one. Do you honestly believe that Joe Biden took the vaccine? Do you honestly believe that Dr. Tony Fauci took the vaccine? We saw individuals standing there in the lab coat with the appearance of administering something. How do we know what it was? I mean, politicians are great actors. Did you not know that? So how do we know what was in the vial? What was in the syringe? We don't know. All we know is what the news told us. They were taking the vaccine. And if you observe when Fauci was taking the vaccine, supposedly, allegedly, he didn't follow the protocol in terms of how he should be sitting when he was taking the vaccine. We didn't hear them introduce the doctor. They didn't give us a big spiel through transparency as to what was actually going on, other than the fact that he was getting the vaccine. Doesn't he have stock in the companies that made the vaccine? He stands to gain something, doesn't he? Someone stands to gain something from a fiduciary standpoint with these vaccine companies. And let me throw this other footnote in there. If there's such a great pandemic, why is it that they don't just give the vaccine to the people free? Wouldn't that be their humanitarian act? Wouldn't that just be the most humane thing to do? Why is money involved in something that's supposedly curing mankind or preventing mankind from losing many more lives? Think about it. So the black nurse in New York who looked panicked to me, that's a flag. The nurse in Tennessee that was being interviewed as she was getting the vaccine or after she had it and she fainted, that's another flag. And that's just the two that we saw. And to see Joe Biden allegedly taking the vaccine, I'm not buying that. And on top of that, the coup de grace, Dr. Tony Fauci taking the vaccine. Don't buy that one either. I don't. So, the question still remains. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to your gut. If you find yourself working in the medical field and it becomes compulsory, it becomes a mandate for you to take a vaccine because you work in the medical field or in the hospital and so forth, are you prepared to say what's in the vaccine? Full disclosure, let me know, let me see a list of what the ingredients are in the vaccine. I mean, you are putting it in my body. This belongs to me. See what your answer is going to be. I want to know what the ramifications are for taking this. And in case you didn't already know, that February, I believe it was, of this year, there was a law put in place that you cannot sue any company in America that has made a COVID-19 vaccine up until 2024. Did you not know that? They can't be sued. Now, if they put this into a law that they can't be sued, the manufacturers of these COVID-19 vaccines, they can't be sued. Why is that? Unless there's a potentiality, unless it's possible that the vaccine could harm you. I'm going to put a couple of links in this video. You better gobble them up because they might not be there very long if this particular video that I'm doing right now is in existence. But use this up here and think. Don't fall for the okie doke. This is Brother Teacher. Have a safe holiday.